Hello, everyone. Here we have an awesome interview with Katrin from Europe. She basically was ill with long COVID and now she's fully better. So let's share the story.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Jason. Yeah, very excited. To do the recovery interview today. It's been a day I've been looking forward to quite a long while. Been watching a lot of recovery videos while I was unwell to give me some hope, and very happy to be now on the other side.
Awesome. Fantastic. Congratulations. So in terms of your recovery story, like when did it start? So when did the long COVID start for you?
Long COVID started for me in March 2022.
Okay.
Exactly. So yeah, before and I had like quite normal life, so to say. Well, I thought of myself like as a very healthy person, doing a lot of sports, healthy nutrition, having friends around, etc. So I was I didn't think that COVID would hit me so strongly, and then I was I think from day one super surprised when I felt like it really brought me down, and it was I think from that moment already I started to be a bit fearful of not really understanding what was going on with my body, and everyone else was getting over it much more quicker than I. So I didn't really understand what's going on. Then I had a bit of this boom and bust circle for a month until July, where I was working quite a lot actually against my body and just not accepting what was going on and trying to go back to work or activities, etc. Always falling down again until I eventually really hit button in July 2022. I've been very unwell, had to stop working for a while, and really was at the worst I've ever been. And then slowly but surely, that was a moment for me to reflect and step back and see what I can do to together with work with my body and get better. And then I joined your program in January 2023, and
Awesome.
Better.
So in terms of your recovery, like what was it like at your worst? How would you describe it and some of the symptoms and everything?
So my worst was in July 2022, and I think it was when I really had the strong crash. I was really considering calling an ambulance. I felt so bad that I couldn't really stand up. I had 1,000 symptoms at the same time. Fortunately, it got a bit better afterwards. I have to say now it's already a bit hard to remember. I think my brain is working a bit to protect me from all these memories. But I think at that time I had I think 15 or 20 different symptoms. I recall that it was so annoying when you went to doctors and you always had to tell your story again, and it just already took so long to just describe all your symptoms. I think it was the usual thing of a lot of fatigue, brain fog, a lot of chest pain, sore throat, headache. So this and a lot of other. I remember that my list was very long, but I can't recall it anything. But the worst thing was really the fatigue and the unpredictability. And I think back then I could maybe do 10 to 20% of what I would do normally in a day, and after doing the tiniest bit of activity, I had to rest again. And so it was quite hard to manage. No work possible. I think after was a time when I could only read 1 or 2 pages, and then I felt already had nausea and had to stop and release again. I think that's where I really hit button.
Wow. And what kind of things did you try to recover? So what were you trying initially?
I was really panicking in the patients. I tried anything that came my way, and obviously the usual thing like the pacing strategies, nutrients, what else? Some acupuncture, also the stimulation of the vagus nerve. What else did I try? I spent a lot of money on this. I remember on all of the different things that I tried. Cryosacral therapy, which was actually I think also quite helpful. But all as a standalone probably wouldn't have brought me where I am now. I think that's a bit one of the things that I tried.
How did you find out about brain training?
So at some point I was I wanted to look a bit beyond the traditional medical system, because it's we clearly realized that they don't have the answers yet. And via a friend of mine who had also long COVID, she brought me a bit in touch with some of these mind-body connection groups, and from there I heard about brain retraining, and after all I've tried, I thought, okay, this is maybe the last shot I got. But it also resonated quite a lot with me, the brain retraining idea, with what I understood from them, what long COVID is and what is keeping me stuck, and how I can better connect to myself and to my body.
Awesome. So what kind of progress did you notice since you started the program?
I definitely noted that I had more and more energy and confidence over time, and I think probably more importantly also more optimism. I'm quite a structured person, so awesome. I really liked having kind of a to-do list when I realized a symptom coming up, or when I didn't feel at ease. So that gave me a lot of comfort and helped me, I think, slowly but surely also to be able to let go a bit more, to relax, to not overthink, to just do more things that I was previously a bit afraid of. Also, after a few weeks after we started the program, I went on holidays in southern Spain, and I could, I was surprised at what all the things that I was able to do. I could drive for a couple of hours and walk and just have fun and enjoy myself. And so there was, I think it was giving me a bit of a new push, and some inner calmness maybe as well
excellent
to get going with the recovery.
And what kind of patterns that you noticed that were maybe keeping you stuck before?
I think one pattern closely related to the illness was all this fear and uncertainty with long COVID being something that no one understands so far, and it's very frightening when you have like the doctors or like the people who you could trust on your whole life will helping you when you are unwell, and then you're the most unwell you've ever been, and then they say, well, actually just rest. And so that really I had this strong fear, thinking in worst case scenarios. I had a hard time to trust myself and my body to realign everything. So I think that was one long COVID specific thing, but which maybe also feeds into the more general pattern. It has maybe also helped me, so maybe also let me be in this position in the first place, which is not having enough self-compassion. So I was, I think, rather working, this disconnect also with my body, and just being up in my head and thinking about all the things I want to do, but not really listening to myself and my body, which enables me to do all the things that I want to do. Opposite all these things of not taking well enough care of myself. I would say, like the patterns that you also described in your program, like overachieving, perfectionist, and then I really had to learn the hard way then with long COVID, how I can be, instead of being my harshest critic, how I can be a supportive coach to myself.
Awesome. Fantastic. And what has been a breakthrough moment for you in your recovery? What's a moment where you're like totally celebrating it?
I think one very important moment for me was a trip to Ireland for the wedding of my brother.
Awesome.
And I've been just able to do so many things at a time. I could celebrate with my whole family the wedding. I could go hike up a little hill next to the ocean. I still remember that I was listening to the song "I'm on top of the world" from Imagine Dragons, and just feeling amazing, and also being able to then appreciate all the little details so much more than I've done ever before. So I think that was I went on a kayak tour for 3 hours in the ocean. I was just, awesome. I had just so much energy. my parents were with me back at the time. They couldn't believe how much I was able to do all of a sudden again.
Awesome. And so what have you learned from this, and how has it helped you to grow?
I think one thing that I really learned from this is to reconnect to my body, to listen to myself, and to see my body as my strongest ally, so to say.
Excellent.
It has definitely also, I'd say now I have, now I have also kind of an early warning system, which maybe I had before, but I didn't pay attention to. So now I'm much more earlier when I feel like things are not, I notice when things don't go well. And then I have also a huge toolbox, like, for example, the brain retraining or just some meditation, knowing when to take some rest to bring myself back on track and make sure that I'm feeling at ease, that I can enjoy life. And I think also, previously I didn't know how to rest, and that's something, or how to get out of this fight and flight state. And long COVID really helped me also to appreciate rest and not seeing it as something bad, but actually something that also enriches your life, to just have a calm moment, to wind down, which I wouldn't have done before, and which is something that has improved my life. And I think maybe putting it all together, I think it also gave me some confidence in myself. Just saying that if I've been able to go through long COVID and get myself back up, and basically now I'm able to do anything. So,
Hell yeah. Yeah, if you can do that, you can do anything. Hell yeah.
Exactly. Awesome. Only the people who've been through it can understand it.
Exactly. But, Awesome. And, what are you looking forward to next in your life?
What I'm looking forward to, I'm planning to run a half marathon in a couple of months, and I'm training for it. And just every time I go and put on my running shoes, I'm so grateful that I can do this again. But I think more generally, it's now I'm looking forward to integrating the learnings that I got from long COVID. Now that I'm back into a normal life, and also definitely not wanting to go back to old patterns that have kept me stuck. But obviously it's a work in progress, and it's step by step. But it's nice to be able to catch yourself when the perfectionist is out there, or the overachiever is out there again.
So if someone was considering joining my program, what would you say to them?
I definitely encourage you to do the program. And I think maybe I'd give you, from my perspective, 3 advices on the way. First of all is to trust the process, and also to trust your body, which is something I have struggled a bit at the beginning. I just went through my notes again from the session as well, and I saw I noted down questions for coaching sessions, like, what is it exactly that I should visualize in this step, or I don't feel this and this and that step. So I was really, seeing that I was being a perfectionist there. Okay. And I think, it was in the moment that, it was okay for the moment, but now in hindsight, I think I was, I was stressing a bit too much about doing it right. Okay. And I mean, I have to, if I'm honest, while I was doing the program, I also had moments where I thought, okay, I'm not doing it correctly. I'm not sure if it's really helping. I was impatient to see results. And then I was like, maybe I'm one of the persons to whom it doesn't help. Fortunately, it worked out nevertheless, and I understand. I remained persistent. But I think in that moment I wasn't really trusting it enough. So I would encourage you to believe in it, because that's in the end what helped me to get better. And then another point of advice that I would give myself, fingers crossed, if I had to go through this again, is to taking the pressure off. I was so impatient to be better, and I just basically wanted to be better the next day or the next month, so to say. But in hindsight, I also think it didn't really matter how much time it took me to get fully better. And actually the last year, which was my year of healing, so to say, was one of the most rewarding and beautiful years I've ever had, even though in January I was still feeling unwell, and I was just step by step getting better. And I don't know, in summer I was maybe at 60-70% or so. But all the things that I learned about myself and that I've been able to enjoy, it was just an amazing year. And I don't mind at all that I haven't been recovered, I don't know, in February. And it was basically now the year change that I've now confidently say, yeah, I'm recovered. So just maybe try out to, as much as possible. I mean, it's hard, but to to enjoy the process of getting better and trusting in yourself. And another third advice, which I would give, is to clean up as much as possible stress factors in your life. So I think an important factor for me for my recovery was also to enter a relationship that hasn't been suitable for me anymore. It's been it's been a very nice person I've been with together, but I think we've just not been compatible anymore. And after I've been ruminating a lot about this, and after ending the relationship, also maybe in the realm of being more self-compassionate with myself, I could step by step channel much more energy in my recovery. And
wonderful.
I think if you are stuck in those kind of situations, obviously brain retraining, I imagine, like from my perspective, I think I could have done all the brain retraining in the world, but if I hadn't changed this, which was also keeping me stuck, it would have been much more challenging to recover. Also, for example, at work, I was very, very fortunate that I had a supportive environment, and it also, the moment that I started to go back to work and that I went back to work full time was like a process of 9 months already, almost. So I started with 15 hours, and then I just could progressively add every month or every other month an hour to it, and that also gave me a lot of space to focus on my healing and my recovery, while starting to get back into normal life, so to say. And know that's not possible in all countries, but also their patience and taking the pressure of taking time as much as it's possible, and with your maybe also financial constraints or the legal framework that you're in. That's something that has really helped me, alongside following the program, learning to be more self-compassionate and
very good,
helping, thanks to brain retraining, to redirect my thoughts into more positive patterns, more conducive patterns for healing.
Fantastic, Katrin. Thank you so much. What an amazing interview. I'm so happy for you. Absolutely incredible. I know what it feels like to be fully better and to have, filled with gratitude, being able to do all kinds of things. Exactly. So hell yeah, well done. You put in all the work, so absolutely well done to you. And for everyone out there, if you could do one thing for me, I'd love you to share the interview with as many people as you know who are getting better, who are going through long COVID or CFS or fibromyalgia. And I hope you really enjoyed the interview, and take care. Thank you so much, Katrin.
Thank you, Jason, for everything.
See you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Super inspiring. My goodness. Yeah, totally awesome.
Yeah, I'm very happy. Yeah, I still can't believe it.
If you would like to watch more inspiring videos like this, you can watch my clients' victory stories, or you can watch my full recovery story here.